Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Simon, and I'm a psychic medium and tarot reader. And I'm going to be doing a reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please remember that time is fluid, and therefore, whenever you actually find this reading, will be the right time for you. Also, some things may resonate, maybe the whole reading resonates with you, or you can take away very little from it, in which case it wasn't your story in the first place. But, oh, Spirit wants to speak already, so I will get on with it. And this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And the first card out of the gate for you is the Lovers. The Lovers, followed by the Seven of Wands. And it very much feels here like you are maybe knocking heads with somebody, that you're looking at practicalities, and there's a disagreement in the air. Other people around you feel like they're getting involved with what they would like to add to the discussion or to the disagreement, but you're standing alone. It's almost like you don't even need to be validated. You're quite happy validating yourself, Taurus. So you're standing out here, and you're sticking with your principles, it feels. And you're also somebody who gathers people around you. You're very loving, you're very open, and I feel your house, where you live, is very open. Your door's basically open to people, all sorts of different people as well. So you're very welcoming. I feel you have a strong set of beliefs, and I feel I don't feel you shifting too much from what you believe in right now. I think you're trying to work out how best to help someone who you're watching and feeling like maybe they're not coping too well, and you would like to be there for them. They might be a little bit stubborn. I think this is somebody you love and care about, and they look to me a little bit stubborn in accepting help, or the kind of help that you want to offer them anyway. And so there's a few disagreements here, some words going back and forth, but you're standing your ground. You're standing your ground, Taurus. And I also feel lots of birds are coming into your garden. You're attracting birds. You're attracting also some very important communication, which I think will land through your letterbox more than email. Some important communication which in time needs to be acted on. I don't think you're going to be able to get that information answered in one go. It's almost like I feel you're having to find some more information to add to information that's already been given over. I said you were in a busy household, and it does look to me like you have all sorts of people passing through. So I feel, Taurus, you're very active. I feel this lockdown may have been a little break for you, in a sense, because your home is quite active. And you may have missed that. You may have missed that. I also feel here we have the Seven of Pentacles, and it feels like you're looking at your hard work, and you know you've got more hard work ahead of you. But I sort of feel you do need to make you need to make plans. You've got the 7 here of Wands, so it feels to me like you're having to make practical arrangements, and you're feeling maybe a little bit defensive, argumentative about this. There's something here that says to me you're not happy about a choice you're being pushed into, maybe a situation that you feel you haven't got much power in. You've got support of people around you who agree with you, I think, but power-wise, I feel you're feeling a bit powerless. Also, you're debating on how best to look after somebody in your care. Yeah, I do. I think you're going to have a form of disagreement here. You've got the King of Swords and you've got the Knight of Swords, and they're looking in opposite directions. The Knight being the less mature energy, and this doesn't really matter about age. It's the maturity really of the person, and the Knight represents somebody who can be fast moving. It can also represent a fast moving situation, actually, where you have to think on your feet. But yeah, I do feel you're at odds with somebody else who could be in authority, who may be telling you what you should do. And Taurus, you won't like that. It feels very much here like you know what's right and what's right for you, or what's right for somebody else that you love, and you're not going to be messed about. You're not going to be fobbed off. You are going to keep fighting for what you believe is right, and you're going to fight for the person that you love, who at this present moment could be weaker than you. Words hurt, words are flames. And I feel there's something burning up in you, which is getting to you to the point of anger, but it's more like a controlled anger. But that energy gives you the focus as to what you're fighting for, and it keeps you focused. I feel this especially strongly if you live in a street, if you live in the middle of a street, not at either end so much, but more in the middle. I feel you are caught up in an argument which is extremes, and you're trying to remain in the middle. I feel here, for some reason, I feel strongly, Taurus, you are going to need to listen to those people whose opinions you respect, and perhaps you're going to need a little bit of advice in the near future about how to handle the situation that involves somebody else, or it may involve somebody who's underage, and that's why you're feeling very strongly here. But you're definitely fighting your corner. Definitely fighting your corner, and you could well find yourself at odds, as I say, with somebody who's a little bit younger than you, or less mature than you in character, age. I don't know, I just get a slight age difference here, so that getting through to the person could be a bit more difficult because there's a bit less life experience here. I also feel actually you're going to come across a useful piece of paperwork. It's something that is underneath something else. So it does need to be found, and I get the impression you will find it. I'm also hearing here the law is an ass. And I feel on some level that's what you yourself are feeling. So where does this take us? Where does it resolve for Taurus, please? Give us a sense of time frame, any other information that Taurus needs to know. And yes, there is. Okay, got 33, the key, 28, the gentleman, and 26, the book. So, what this is saying to me is that you're going to find something that's relevant to your situation. Like I say, maybe a piece of information that's hidden underneath something, not immediately grabbable or obvious, but that piece of information is going to unlock a door for you. You may be concerned about a gentleman, you may be speaking to a man in some form of authority. He may test your patience because I don't get clear answers back, but you're trying your best. And the book feels to me like there's some knowledge that is still to come to you. Maybe it's knowledge about an illness, maybe it's knowledge about law, maybe it's knowledge about the virus and how it affects you or somebody that you love very much. That remains all to be seen. For other of you Taurus people, we have a completely new person entering your life, coming in a very loving energy. I feel this is a potential partner coming in, and as he comes in, some of you may be very nervous, and it may bring up feelings of discomfort in you to let this person into your life. It may be testing you and the faith that you have in love. How much are you willing to let go and be vulnerable and take a risk? Will the risk be worth it? Well, Spirit is saying whoever this man is that's coming into your life, he is a gentleman. In a sense, he could swear and be quite loud, but behind the facade is somebody who's kind, who's gentle in reality, and therefore comes through as a gentleman. A bit rough around the edges, but never mind, he's a gentleman, he's loving. And again, I come back to those feelings of vulnerability as you become more and more attracted to this person, and there's more and more possibility of it actually turning into a long-term partnership. That can be quite scary to begin with, because there is no guarantee in life that something is going to work out 100% the way you want it to. So yeah, it's going to test you and test you to see if you're ready for a more committed partnership. I have strong connections here to the name of Arthur as well. The name of Arthur. I'm hearing Dr. Thomas or Dr. Tom something. Oh yes, and some of you could use a looking glass. Even if you use glasses, you could still do with a looking glass. I really feel there's something about getting to the small print, or maybe it's reading medical instructions with medication. There's something that you need to understand here that's quite important, that you understand the rules of how it works. I'm hearing some of you may be falling in love with the doctor. So yeah, more to come, more to come. But right now, the focus is, if you are single, the focus is on trusting that you need a little bit of time to get to know the person coming into your life. Do not rush it. This person is a gentleman underneath the maybe rougher facade. He's somebody quite caring, and you'll see that as time goes by in different situations. There may be problems with the pipe if you have black and white flooring where you live or work. There may be some problems with pipes and water. Spirit, what do we close with? What are we going to close the reading with, Spirit, please? Show us. What is the last thing at the moment that Taurus needs to know? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Okay. Okay, yes, lovely. All right, so for you, Taurus, we have the water element coming in under the number 40 or 4, and that is sensing. We have 38, so that comes in under earth element stability, number 11. And lastly, we have Yod coming in under 4812, which is destiny. So things that are happening at this time, especially on the emotional level, are trying to create actual stability in your life. And it is part of the path that you're walking. It is part of your destiny. And if you like, you're empowering younger people around you by the way you handle things. You're empowering them to understand they too can question, can realise. You're walking a very spiritual path in a very, how can I say, very normal way of life, but it's extremely spiritual, the road that you're walking. And it may not show necessarily in the way you dress. Your spirituality may not show in your haircut, so to speak. You may not wish to look like you belong to a particular group. But however, your insides look very spiritual right now. And you're being guided to take care of the mundane, the material, the earthbound things in life. It's about looking after other people. It's about fighting on somebody else's behalf and giving somebody else a voice here, Taurus. And that feels really, really important. And that could be happening As I say, could be happening in your life anyway, whether at a time when you're about to meet somebody new as well in your life. I think the important thing to take away from this right now, Taurus, is that you are displaying all the characteristics of somebody who's taking the lead. Do not be afraid to take that lead right now. Your strength is more than needed for it. You have people around you who are not feeling so strong at the moment, especially within the family. So I see you accumulating all those people, and there you are, trying to reinvigorate them to find their own strengths. So Taurus, I wish you all the very best for the coming weeks, and I'll be back again here on my channel in a few days' time, and yeah, I look forward to connecting with you then. So for now, goodbye and see you again soon.